Tottenham are obviously disappointed that they appear destined to miss out on the signing of Porto winger Luis Diaz after Liverpool hijacked their attempts to take him to North London. And Spurs were said to be furious when news of their Diaz talks was leaked to the Portuguese media. Diaz looks set to rebuff Tottenham's approaches and instead move to Liverpool ahead of Monday's transfer deadline. Earlier this week, Spurs made a surprise bid worth an initial £37 million plus bonuses in exchange for the 25-year-old. But the Portuguese club were adamant that the figure would not be enough to persuade them to part with their star man. And Liverpool have now made their move. The Reds have offered Porto £37 million plus around £12.5 million in add-ons, and a deal is understood to be close. If Diaz does decide to move to Anfield, it would come as a huge kick in the teeth to Spurs boss Antonio Conte, who is desperate to bolster his squad. And he may turn on chairman Daniel Levy, who has once again struggled to get deals over the line this month. According to PA Media, Spurs are obviously disappointed as they were ready to do the deal from a financial point of view. Diaz has been in scintillating form for Porto this season, and would have given the Lily Whites another dimension as they battle for a top 4 finish. Meanwhile, Football London report that Spurs were understood to be angry when news of the Diaz talks made their way into the Portuguese media. The leak clearly alerted Liverpool and forced the Reds to act quickly to ensure they didn't miss out on the player. Diaz is thought to favour a move to the Merseysiders and the deal could be finalised in the coming days. But the player is currently away on international duty with Colombia, which means any medical would have to be conducted overseas. Liverpool appear to be keen on bolstering their attacking options, which could signal an end to their front line of Mohamed Salah, Sadio Mane and Roberto Firmino once and for all. The impact of the deadly trio as a unit has softened and Diogo Jota's fine form means Firmino is no longer a guaranteed starter. Meanwhile, Salah and Mane are into the final 18 months of their contracts and are yet to put pen to paper on new deals in the Northwest. If Diaz arrives at Anfield this month, he could provide the Reds with the spark they need to reignite their Premier League title hopes. The Reds had fallen well off the pace but were given a glimmer of hope at the weekend as runaway leaders Manchester City dropped points against Southampton. Jurgen Klopp's side are now 9 points behind the Citizens, but have a game in hand and still have to face City for a second time before the end of the campaign. Diaz, who played against Liverpool twice in the Champions League in the autumn, has scored 16 goals in 28 appearances for Porto this season and has illustrated his prodigious talents time and time again.